The Great Coffee Caper. It was another manic Monday in downtown Chicago. People swarmed the sidewalks, eyes glued to their phones, desperate to get their caffeine fix before the day swallowed them whole. Inside a busy corner coffee shop, Jake stumbled in like a zombie, in his late 20s, wearing a hoodie and earbuds. He looked like someone who hadn't slept in 3 days, probably because he hadn't. He muttered to himself as he approached the counter. "Just coffee. That's all I need. One large iced caramel macchiato, and I'll be a real person again." The barista barely acknowledged him. The shop was too loud, too full, too Monday. Jake paid, shuffled to the pickup counter, and waited like a man stranded in a desert. A few minutes later, the drinks started coming out, and names were poured over the roar of espresso machines. Jake spotted his name on a plastic cup. Large, cold, syrupy sweet, exactly what he needed. He grabbed it just as a well-dressed woman next to him snatched another cup. They both took a sip. Jake immediately made a face. "What is this?" he said out loud. "It tastes like regret and burnt tires." At the same time, the woman, Rachel, spat hers back into the straw, grimacing. "Oh my God, sugar, where's the espresso?" They looked down at their cups. "Her drink," said Jake. "His," said Rachel. They exchanged looks. "You're Jake?" she asked, raising an eyebrow. "Depends," he said. "Are you about to roast me for liking caramel?" She sighed and smiled slightly. "Only if you roast me for liking 4 shots of espresso with 0 joy." They laughed as they swapped cups. Jake took a victorious sip. "Now, this is mine." Rachel checked her watch and frowned. "Ugh, I'm going to be late for my client pitch. All because I fought a caramel macchiato and lost." "You won," Jake said. "You reclaimed your dignity." They exchanged another brief smile. That kind of moment where strangers almost become something more. But then Rachel started walking toward the door. Suddenly, she stopped, face draining of color. She clutched her purse, searching, then looked back at Jake. "My wallet, ... It's gone." Jake's eyes widened. "You had it when you ordered, right?" "Yes, I'm sure of it. I saw a guy bump into you while we were in line. Body kinda scruffy, had a duck tattoo on his neck. Weird detail, but I noticed it." Rachel blinked. "Wait, are you serious?" Jake nodded. "I notice weird stuff. Blame the lack of sleep." They bolted out of the coffee shop together. Across the street, Jake pointed toward a man quickly disappearing into the crowd. "There, duckneck guy." Rachel looked at him like he was half insane, but ran anyway. "How are we supposed to catch him?" Jake scanned the area. "Follow me." Shortcut, he led her through an alley, across a side street, and around a dumpster that smelled like expired sandwiches. As they came out the other side, the guy with the duck tattoo nearly ran into them. And when he did, he panicked, dropping the wallet and sprinting off in the opposite direction. Rachel grabbed the wallet, flipping it open. Her credit cards were still inside. "Whoa," she said, stunned. "You weren't kidding." That was ninja level stuff. Jake shrugged. I watch a lot of crime shows. Also, caffeine makes me faster. They walked back to the coffee shop, both out of breath. She looked at him, this hoodie-wearing stranger who somehow noticed a duck tattoo and took a shortcut like he lived in a spy movie. I owe you a coffee, Rachel said. Jake smiled. Make it another caramel macchiato, and we'll call it even. She grinned. Same time next Monday. Jake raised his drink in agreement. Same chaos. Same caramel. They sat down together, laughing over the world's strangest start to a Monday. Outside, the city kept rushing, but inside, for just a moment, everything slowed down.